Today we're heading back to a simpler time when entertainment meant sitting cross-legged on the living room carpet with a board game spread out in front of you.
Before tablets, before online games, and before anyone had phones glued to their hands, Gen X kids had stacks of board games in the closet.
And today we're counting down classic board games that every Gen X remembers playing, with a little history, a lot of nostalgia, and probably some childhood trauma.
So grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's go all the way back. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Gen X Unfiltered, the podcast.
What's up, everybody?
Hello, hello.
Steve, Eric, how are you?
Doing good, everyone. Happy Friday.
Yes, and just for some little BTS, can I point out that our timer on our audio board is at 5 minutes and 31 seconds, and our intro took all of probably 7 seconds to do. That means, well, the good copy of it, that means the first 5 minutes was just shenanigans of trying to get through 3 sentences.
I thought it'd be funny to throw Kelly off in the very first one, and then she couldn't recover after that.
I couldn't.
There was no recouping.
Actually, you did it twice.
That's right. The second time. Maybe we should put those bloopers in one day.
I don't think that language will be appropriate for the public.
No.
But anyway, how are you guys doing today?
Yes, good, good. Ready for another fun podcast.
Ready to get into this one.
Do you guys know what we're doing? I mean, yes, you know what we're doing.
Yeah, we're talking about board games.
We're talking about some classic Gen X board games. We're going to disclaim this and say that we know this doesn't include every single popular board game that Gen Xers may have played, sort of just the more popular ones and ones that we've kind of experienced playing ourselves.
I'm perusing this list, and I wonder how many of these ended up in family fights.
Okay, Eric, stop. That's literally a discussion point. Like, what? Have I always told you don't read ahead?
I didn't even read ahead. I just looked at the list, and my first thought was, wow, how many of these board games cause family fights?
Every single one of them, guaranteed.
You're even talking about them has caused a fight right now.
You're ruining the total organicness of having that conversation by me reading the pre-written
I think
questions.
that's totally organic. I think you're just thrown off because I changed your schedule.
Yeah, because we got to talk about the games first.
Okay.
Because there's questions that intertwine.
Okay.
So we have a list of 13. Like I said, there's many
Lucky
missing.
Number 13.
That's why I couldn't say 12.
Yes. There's many missing, I'm sure, but these are ones that sort of we have the most.
Oh, yeah, these are definitely, I assume these are definitely obviously 80s Gen X North American for sure. I don't know. I actually be kind of curious. Anyone watch it internationally?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Whether these games trend across the.
But let's get to the list and then they can tell us.
That's true. Let's go.
All right. So number 1, in no particular order, we have Monopoly, which was released in 1935 during the Great Depression. Monopoly became a staple in Gen X households. Players buy, trade, and bankrupt each other, often leading to long games and even longer grudges. Can I say something before?
Yeah.
I actually never played Monopoly or owned Monopoly as a kid.
Really?
Out.
Really? We had Monopoly. We definitely played as kids.
Oh, yeah.
I knew what
Same.
it was and stuff. We just never owned it.
I always remember hearing, and I remember hearing this later on. It was something to do with collecting money when you pass go or the free parking. That's not really a rule or something like that.
No.
You take the
The
money, but people
$200 or
would
something?
take it and not take it. But
It's all of the taxes and stuff that get
that was it. Go
piled in the middle.
in the middle. Yeah.
And if you landed on, what the hell was
it free parking or something like
If you
that?
landed on a free parking, exactly. You got the key in the
all the
middle,
money,
which is not a real rule in the game.
Yeah, because I remember was it The Sopranos?
Yeah.
They got in the fist fight, Tony and Bobby, but wasn't that something they started jawing at each other about? Was that rule?
I think so.
Because it was the same. I think Bobby Bacalari was like,
Hey.
rules are rules. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, everyone does this. But in the rules of this game,
This is how you play it.
yeah. And then him and Tony got drunk and he beat Tony up and
Fought it out. That's
I
when
mean,
he's dating his sister, right?
That's right.
That's the way to go about it. But Monopoly, I think that's just. I didn't realize it was so old, but I think it's just a classic. And now they have Monopoly for every city, every
That's
town.
true. I've seen that. That's like a Walmart thing. I've seen it at Walmart only.
I mean, I don't know if they're officially
No, I think
Monopoly
knockoff,
brand. They're knockoff, but the actual. Okay, well, here's my question: since you guys played Monopoly more than I did, I've played it as an adult, just not as much as a kid. But what's your favorite piece to be?
I always like to be I think it was the car, or was there a boot?
There was a boot. There was a wheelbarrow.
A top hat.
A top hat.
Top hat.
A little dog.
I want to be the dog.
Yeah, it was a little. What kind of dog was it? Like a little terrier.
Yeah, actually it makes sense because if you think of it, they all were 1930s sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Eric?
Ooh, I like being the wheelbarrow or the hat. I guess
those are so basic.
From what I hear, I don't even know if it's true, but I think the new Monopoly now is like all debit. Like I don't even think you play with cash anymore.
I was gonna ask you if you thought that was like cheap in the game, like it's all like debit cards.
Yeah, I mean,
cash.
Well,
I get it's more true to real life, but I always thought sort of the point of it was like learning how to count money and stuff like that.
But I think the point is that like younger people nowadays, they never grew up, like we grew up with money, so it was second nature, so it wouldn't make sense. They'd be like, okay, like I think they want to appeal to people.
Well, that's what
now.
it is. Yeah, totally. But I think it loses something because I think it's
it
supposed
for
to help
us.
the kids.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I used to like
you
color.
live on a boardwalk, tap the ATM or tap my ATM.
Yeah. All right, number 2.
More batteries.
Number 2 on the list we have is Trouble, known for its iconic pop-o-matic bubble. Trouble from the 1960s, apparently. No idea. Made rolling dice fun and loud. The goal was simple. Race your pieces around the board while sending others back to start. I had this game and I effing loved it. I love the little bubble noise.
I can almost hear the sound of like the noise
yeah.
it would make. Yeah. I don't think I own Trouble, but I definitely remember playing it.
But like, what a genius idea to never lose a dice.
Well, that a lot of times that's the biggest pain in the ass is like, you're playing somewhere and someone decides to get funny with the dice and like all of a sudden one shoots off across underneath the couch or something like
was that the one that had it was like plastic?
Yeah.
The whole board was plastic.
It was all clear plastic, like little
little pegs.
Yeah, you can like put your thumb in them. I think they're like sort of circular.
Thumbnails,
you could like
or thimbles, I should say.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like that's like little thimbles. Yeah.
If you landed on a player in front of you, you send him back to his home base or whatever.
Oh, I love Trouble. I remember that. I even had back in the day when we went on like road trips, like we drove to Florida and stuff.
Yeah.
My own got the little travel size ones.
Oh,
and Trouble.
I remember travel games. Yeah,
those were great.
Trouble was one of those ones.
I had Travel Battleship.
I had that too.
That's
but
the shit.
Trouble, I remember that. That was a really fun game.
That was fun, yeah.
It was colors, right? Like red, blue, yellow.
So you picked a set of colored pegs, and the goal is to get your pegs to the center before anybody else.
I wish I still had these games because that would be so fun to play.
I'm sure that they must be able to get them somewhere.
Well, I'm sure, but I'm just saying that I don't want to buy them, but I wish I still had them.
Yeah, board games are fun.
All right, next up we have Sorry! Exclamation mark.
It's Canada's favorite word.
Yeah.
First introduced in the US in 1934, Sorry is all about strategic sabotage. Players use cards to move and ruin each other's progress while pretending to be polite about it. I don't really 100% remember how to play it, but we had this game and I loved it. We played it all the time.
I don't remember playing it at all, to be honest. I know the game, but I don't ever remember playing it as a kid.
There's little cone-shaped pegs.
Yeah.
I don't remember 100%. I remember playing it, but I remember playing Sorry more than... I remember playing Trouble more than Sorry.
But I'm getting Trouble and Sorry confused because I feel like they're kind of similar.
I think they are. I think they use the cards to screw people over and send them kind of back to the start.
Yeah.
So sort of the same kind of philosophy. You have to send your opponent back to the start and screw them over.
Yeah.
But in Sorry, you land on them to do it.
Okay.
Sorry, Trouble.
I definitely know the
cards.
game Sorry, but it's not ringing any bells of ever
I
playing
definitely owned it. I'm just surprised that a lot of these games are so old, like the 1930s.
Well, they ran a long time.
That's crazy. All right, we're just whipping through this list, guys, but that's okay. I have lots of questions.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Number 4 is Clue, a murder mystery game from 1949 where players deduce, ooh, that's a weird word.
Yes.
Deduce.
Who committed the crime with what weapon and where. It combined logic, deduction, and a bit of drama. Yes, I played this all the time.
In the observatory with the candlestick.
Remember the little yellow envelope you'd put the
the little manila envelope. Yeah, you put like the 3 cards in. Yeah,
this is what I've deduced.
That's right.
I know we used to play it all the time. I owned that board game.
We played it a ton. Yeah,
this game was super popular. It actually spawned a movie in the 80s.
Yeah, Tim Curry and I don't know. I'm trying to think who else was in it. I could.
Tim Curry. Remember Tim Curry was in it?
Yeah. And fun fact, like was it the original? It must have been the original one. A couple of years ago, we pulled it out because I think it's at the cottage. It's one of the board games that we had that I kept and put at the cottage.
Yes, we
pulled it out and played it. It was
still
so
fun
weird.
to play. I mean, it's
so fun.
Yeah.
I just remember the whole point of it. You roll the dice, and was it when you get into a room, you can...
There was cards and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
trying to remember how you get cards and stuff. I'm trying to remember now.
There was cards, and you use the cards to kind of subtract the options.
Yeah, you get cards, and then you're trying to... You can ask people questions, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, let's be real. I played this 872,000. If I pulled it out in front of me, I'd remember how to play. But thinking about the
that's what I'm saying.
board,
right now, I can't even picture. I can picture the board having like the rooms that you would go in, like the dining room, the kitchen, the observatory.
Yeah. It was like a floor plan.
But I'm trying to remember how you got there and stuff. Yeah.
All I can think of is if I ever enter a house where Tim Curry's in it, I'm leaving.
Tim
Curry in a house is not a good, never a good start to anything.
Did you guys have a favorite character? I always liked Miss Scarlet.
Mr. Mustard.
Wasn't Professor
Professor
Plum?
Plum.
or
Professor
something like
Plum?
that? Yeah.
Wait, what? There was Colonel Mustard, wasn't there?
Colonel Mustard.
Colonel
Colonel
Mustard.
Mustard, Professor Plum, Scarlet. I don't know if that was just
Scarlet
two.
O'Hara, wasn't there? Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
There was a green one too, wasn't there?
Oh,
Everybody's yelling at us right now because like it's
Mrs.
so
Green?
obvious. I think it was actually Mrs. Green. I'm not even gonna lie. I think it was.
Okay.
But yeah, it was
Yeah.
just.
God damn, I can't remember.
I remember the faces on the
Yeah.
cards.
Yeah, I know. I'm picturing the
But-
faces and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm going to say, as a kid, Clue is my least favorite of these games so far.
Yes. Well,
Was
let's.
that a jump ahead question?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Let's just wait, Eric. We all know you're Mr. Jump C ahead.
Eric has a thought. Just be like,
See-
I'm gonna put this park
See,
this.
here's the problem. I need to read the questions before we even start to know what not to
No,
say.
because then it's more fun and organic. Because then you'll be like one of those people that just sit and think of an appropriate answer. I just want to hear your off the cuff.
All right.
It's more fun.
It's jazz, baby.
I
It's
will
jazz.
have no thoughts until the end.
All right.
Turn your mind off.
Not
Number
hard.
Number 5 is Operation. Released in 1965, this buzzer-filled game challenged players to remove tiny ailments without touching the sides. One slip triggered a loud buzz and instant panic. I can feel
Yeah.
that.
And
Yeah.
the nose, well, it was loud too.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't
Yeah.
a shock. But that was actually like pretty like.
Yeah.
I remember just giving up and shocking the patient.
Yeah. He's not gonna make it.
Ah, he's done.
Wasn't like there was ones obviously that were easier to get out, ones that were really
Yeah,
hard.
there was like
yeah.
different shapes and stuff like that, and they were all like kind of punny.
Yeah.
And it
too.
was
It
like,
was like,
such a stupid.
Water on the knee.
One of the was it tennis elbow or
Yeah.
something?
Like, how did
funny
you-
bone?
How
Yeah.
did you like? Was there cards to tell you what to do?
Yeah, I think the card kind of told you like what pieces to take out. I think.
Is
No,
that the whole
no,
point
no,
of the
I don't think it was
game?
cards.
I don't think there was.
So you
I
just-
think you just picked, like tried to get out all of the different pieces from the
Was there?
character.
There must have been a time limit.
I
No.
don't think. No, I don't think
Okay,
there was a time.
that's the dumbest game ever.
I thought you just took turns though. Like you
I
like
think it was just like if the three of us are playing, I go first. I pick
Yeah.
out a piece.
Okay,
and
but
you-
then
like,
that doesn't seem right because then obviously people would just like you would just pick the easiest piece first. Like that's not a challenge.
Well, no, but
that's,
at some point-
that's what people naturally do, right?
Yeah, you try and but then
You
then
take
you're
the
like,
easiest piece out.
and then you're still with all the hard ones at the
Yeah.
end. Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like there was some time.
Maybe
limit
we're
or
missing a
something.
piece here. There's no
Yeah,
time limit.
I don't know.
You're
It's-
thinking of perfection.
No, but I'm just saying like it couldn't have been like okay, me and Steve are gonna play Operation. Steve, you go, I go, you go, I go, you go. Like that's dumb.
Well, how else would it work?
Well, there must be some like way to tell you that
You
you
had
have
to
to
lick
do
the
the
machine. Whoever could survive the shock of it.
No, but
You call up the Parker brothers.
I'm just saying there must have been a thing to say like, okay, you have to get or some punny joke where like, oh, you got the wishbone, and then it was like, oh no, but I got the tiny one. That sucks for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Maybe there
Yeah.
was cards. Honestly, I don't remember this
I
point.
mean, I'm probably wrong, but I'm just saying that's really lame.
there
if
very well
that's
could have
what
been
it was.
cards
Yeah.
to tell you what to take out next for this patient.
Why don't I remember this? I literally played this all the time. I had this game.
See, I think the problem is I didn't play it proper. I was just like shocked in the
Yeah.
patient.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then my dad never replaced the batteries, so it was
The
just...
damn batteries every time batteries.
I remember it, a big fat like diesel in
Yeah,
that
that's
thing.
why.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
you felt it. It was pretty much like
And that like
It was a real shock.
trying to ride the lightning. Baby.
the little like, do you remember like the little devil tweezers? Like they were evil. They were pointed
Yeah.
and they were tied to the little red
Yeah.
string.
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
no, it was a whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, number 6 is The Game of Life, originally created in the 1800s and updated over time. They played games. I thought they'd be too busy. Like
I thought you just had those wheel with the stick you ran around with.
no, but in the 1800s, people had to like work for everything. How did they have time to play board
Yeah,
games?
no. Well, what else you gonna do once the sun goes down? There's nothing else. You had to light a candle.
Yeah, exactly. The
Look-
candle's lit.
Yeah.
Life lets players simulate adulthood, careers, marriage, kids, and money, all determined by a spin of the wheel. I own this game, and I love this game. It's still at the cottage.
Yeah, we probably played Life a lot as a kid.
Loved it.
I think I just saw they're making
A movie?
A movie.
a movie or something on Prime. I saw something about
Is it like a real movie or like an anime movie or
I
something?
don't remember if it's animated or not, but 'cause I remember saying like the Game of Life.
But
like,
I love that game. Remember you had the little cars and you put the pink and blue
Yeah,
in
you
it.
have, like-
you get like a spouse. You pick a career. You get kids
that's right.
along
You
the
can
way.
pick, that's right. Because based on your career, when you landed on certain things, is how much money you would get
I'm
and stuff. Yeah.
assuming it's probably like I have the old version, so I'm assuming it's probably been updated. Like those little janky plastic cards with little pegs, like they're probably different now. I
I would
imagine.
assume so.
Maybe
Yeah.
there's an ATM like Monopoly. Now.
But
That's-
I
yeah.
loved it because it lasts forever. Like
Yeah.
the game just went on, and like you could,
Yeah.
it was so fun. I loved it.
Yeah, because you could end up going to have things where it would send you back or
Different
something like that,
ways,
right?
Yeah,
It was-
exactly. I think at the very end, was it like a mansion or something you end up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like in real life.
Exactly. You worked hard your whole life to get a mansion.
I'd be like, congratulations, you just had twin boys.
That's right. And it'd be
Yeah.
like, yay, not like, oh my God, am I going to pay for
But-
this?
But no, but there was money
Kill
too.
myself.
There was money too. So it was like you got twin boys. Here's $10,000
That's
or whatever.
true. Just like in real life.
It's true.
Yeah.
You have kids, here's $10,000.
Just because. Good for you, Jack.
You
Well,
did it.
you know, I mean, in the 1800s, that's crazy that it was from the 1800s.
No, I didn't realize it was that old. Yeah.
I remember.
Because what life was like the 1800s, you got a new horse.
No,
You had the
but
bubonic plague.
Did you have a dad got kicked by a mule?
I'm
Give
not-
her $500.
I'm
Oh,
not
no.
shitting on the 1800s. I'm just saying, like, back then they had to work for everything. So,
Well,
like,
yeah.
how, they're probably
Well, that's
working and be
yeah,
tired
no,
and go to bed.
No, totally. Yeah, it's like
The game probably ended when you turned 30.
it's true. It's
Younger
like
than
two
that.
squares.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's go. Move on. Ooh, that got the room quiet. All right, number
That was
7.
very tea treat.
It
Let's
was.
move on.
Battleship, a strategy guessing game that became a plastic board version in the 1960s. Players try to sink each other's ships by calling out coordinates, often leading to intense competition. I had the travel version of this, and this has been at the cottage since literally like probably 1970.
Yeah, I had the travel version, just the little tiny one. But I know they have like the big one, like that would fold
Yeah.
open the
Oh,
case
man.
and like the plastic. And did they have one that had like you could push buttons on too?
So they
Yes,
have like
they
higher
did, right?
tech.
I had electronic battleship.
Ew.
Whoa.
I know. What are you oohing me for?
Because the old one is like that's like nobody wants to play electronic one.
I loved it.
More batteries, damn it! That's I need to get a battery.
It was a
rack.
battery
That's-
suck. Oh yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
that game is so frustrating, and I swear to God, it's like I played at the
Well,
cottage, and
The electronic one was great because you couldn't cheat.
well, yeah, I know you could cheat with this one.
Because you could cheat with like the manual, or you could move your.
Yeah,
your,
but
uh,
who
Yeah.
cheats?
You could lie about like if it was
Yeah.
a hit or not, right?
Yeah,
I used to just love putting the little pegs in the board. Like
yeah.
that was
That's
fun.
the thing is you could track where you
Yeah.
where you were going, so you kind of knew that where. Yeah, it was a.
You
Oh man,
sunk
I'm in
my
flashbacks now.
battleship.
The electronic one, I'm gonna brag for a minute. When you like because you put the coordinates of where you of the opponent's peg,
Yeah.
you hit the fire button, and then it'd make this little like.
I was gonna say like yeah.
And it'd be like a blank slot if you missed, or if you hit the guy's ship, it'd be like big explosion with some lights.
That's
Did
pretty
you-
impressive. Yeah,
did
the
you-
little periscope comes up for little Eric.
Did you
That's a hat.
did you have this when you were like 25?
No,
No, we were like 9.
yeah,
eight,
I think
nine,
I was like 7 or 8. I
Yeah.
got
Oh,
it as
shut up! They did not have a fancy one like that.
Yeah, they
yeah,
did, yeah.
because I remember for Christmas I got it from my aunt and uncle for Christmas.
I remember not getting it. Gonna kill myself.
Would you stop saying that? You said it like 3 times. Stop saying
I know, I
that.
say
Okay, I need to be done this podcast because I am getting a headache right between my eyeballs. Or I'll just let you guys finish.
Your eyeball.
And it'll be another 2 hours of them just laughing. Which is maybe what people want. So, I mean,
This is
I don't know.
unhinged.
can I opt out? Can
Kelly's tapping out.
You can't tap out.
I
But no, I always wanted the electronic battle. I thought it was like super cool. But yeah,
Yeah,
I just
I
had
know.
a travel one.
I should have thrown a thick because the year after, electronic talking battleship came out.
That's even fancier.
Exactly. So it would like say like you sunk the battleship or
Yeah.
whatnot,
I
right?
remember the commercials being like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Didn't have that one,
All right,
but
let's
still the electronic one pretty cool.
let's go on to the next one.
Yes.
Connect 4, released in 1974, this simple yet strategic game challenges players to line up 4 discs in a row, easy to learn but surprisingly competitive. We had this, the old school version where you'd pull the thing
Yeah.
out, pull the thing out, and my sister was the worst at playing this game because she was so dumb. She couldn't had no strategy, so
Yeah,
I'd win in like 2 seconds. Yeah, that's right. I said you were dumb.
Maybe you should just happy to play with your older sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I won a competition, okay?
Whoa.
But yeah, I
I'm
just-
not going to
sister.
go pro with this.
This used to be at the cottage too. I don't think it's still
Connect
is,
Force,
though.
but I like now I've seen a few. They have like
the giant ones.
size ones where it's like,
Oh, massive pegs.
you know, remember that we used to go to that one bar, they had one.
We
Oh
need to
wow.
get.
I remember that now.
And the
with,
back
with the
patio.
giant Jenga.
Yeah.
I need to get one of those for the cottage. That'd be fun.
That'd be fun, yeah. Because I always like games like that because it's like simple, it's easy to
It's
play.
like tic tac toe.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot of skill. It doesn't
Yeah.
take a lot of parts to use. Just drop them in. There's no batteries. It's just easy to play,
Well,
quick, do it. That's why I love those kind of games.
I beg to differ with you on skill because.
Well, there is a skill, but I'm just saying, but it's not like there is nothing worse than someone being like, hey, you want to play a game you've never played before? And you're like, sure. And here's the rules. I start reading through them. You're just like,
Well, yeah,
I don't
Oh,
know.
I'm
Like
clocking
someone's trying
out
to
here.
teach you like a new card game. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
what?
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that's what I'm saying. That
Yeah.
for that kind of skills, like drop them in wherever you want, get 4 in a row, you win. Like that's it.
Yeah.
There's no like.
Yeah.
But if it's your first turn or your third turn, you can't do this. Or if you do
Yeah.
this, like,
I
it's
hear
just,
ya.
you
We
know.
get it.
Especially with card games where some of the games have their own kind of language.
Well, and
like
that too. It's
your
like
left and right Bauer and this and that.
like playing
It's
euchre the first time trying to play euchre.
Okay, we
it's
get
like,
it. You guys have brains the size of goldfish, and you just want quick and easy.
This is the one way to settle this argument. Connect 4 battle. Let's go.
I would if we had it. I'd play it right now. I'm a little rusty, but I'd still play it.
Let's go buy it. Let's go.
Number 9 is Girl Talk, a late 1980s sleepover favorite. Girl Talk had players answer questions about crushes, friendships, and embarrassing moments, basically turning teen life into a game.
You got the dud.
They had different versions
Oh,
of this.
that's not this. Never
No.
mind. What'd I do?
100% guarantee you know nothing about this game.
No,
and if you
I
do,
was mixing
hold
this.
on.
I was thinking of Mystery Date
Hold on.
from The
And
Simpsons.
if you do know about this game, then we'll have to chat about that later. But zip, will I explain this game?
yes, because I
yeah,
never.
boys can play
I
girl games.
remember the commercials.
They
for
can,
this.
but I guarantee you in the 80s they weren't.
Yeah. Anyways, I thought this was Mystery Date, but go on.
This is what happens when I have a headache. I promise I'm not bitchy. It's just my head hurts.
Who are you promising to?
Well, I don't know. I don't want first time viewers to think I'm really nasty. I'm really not. It's just, sometimes they're annoying.
Yowza.
So Girl Talk, there was different versions of it. I had one of them that had the cassette tape. So there was like a board game and it went with the cassette tape and you do cards and it'd be like, okay, push play. I mean, if you played it once, after you played it once, it was like, you knew what everything said. So it would just basically be like, you'd push play and it'd be like, ring, ring, ring. And it'd be like, hi, Jody, do you want to go on a date tonight? It'd be like, sure, Todd, we'll go on a date. Or it'd be like, oh, I can't. I'm drying my hair. Like, so you get rejected or not rejected. Like,
Todd.
and I know that there was different variations, but that's the variation I had where it was like the thing. And I used to play it all the time. But like I said, you play once.
There's zero chance they would make that game this day and age.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, they
It's
won't.
very problematic.
It was. I mean, it was very much like, oh, I can't. I'm washing my hair. And it would be like these dumb jock guys and stuff.
Hey, it's
But
Riverdale.
It was definitely like you played it at like sleepovers and stuff.
No, totally. Yeah, I definitely never played this game. I don't think my sister had it.
Like we were, I
feel like, were we a bit older when it came out? Or we were?
I don't know. I don't think. I mean, I don't know. It was the late 80s.
Was it? Okay.
So, I mean, the difference is like
late 80s, right there.
we were a
Wasn't
huge, yeah, shocker. We were a huge, like board game family. Like for birth or for Christmas or like Easter and stuff, we'd always get board games.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of board games. Like, I mean, I had like Baby Strip Club board games, Sweet Valley High board, like tons of them.
Ooh.
So, yeah, my mom, like that was what they gave us as gifts for a lot of like birthdays and stuff.
But they were like, board games were like a big thing.
Yeah, they're huge.
Before like video games and
My
stuff like that, board
parents-
games were the shit.
My
Yeah.
parents had all the like Trivial Pursuits and stuff like
yeah.
that.
Well, my
I
parents had
remember,
those.
I remember parents having Trivial Pursuit parties with their friends.
Yeah, they used to do that too.
That's a big deal back then.
Yeah.
All right, number 10 is Perfection. This fast-paced game from the 1970s required players to fit shapes into matching slots before the timer ran out. When time expired, the board would pop, sending pieces flying. So really fun. Like I'm sure I played this. We didn't own this game, but like a couple of years ago, my niece and nephew got the modern day version of Perfection. It was like pizza with pizza pieces and they have to put it in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, that gives me anxiety just watching them play it. Cause it's like,
Was that Pizza Panic?
I don't know what it's called, but you put pizza toppings on and you only have something that goes bing.
I totally forgot what Perfection was, but
That's
now
what it is.
hearing you describe
It's
it
putting
again, it's like,
pieces
yes,
in.
no, but reading this, but hearing the name Perfection, I totally
Oh, yeah.
forgot what the hell that
It was
But
super tricky.
The long-standing joke is that that's why Gen Xers have so much anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
With doing
That
that.
timer ticking, trying to get all
Like,
those puzzle pieces, like, and the ones didn't fit quite right. It's like, no, it doesn't fit.
And I was even playing it with my niece and nephew, and like I'm getting all like, like jittery,
I
like
know.
hurry up.
I'm getting sweaty just thinking
I
about
Yeah,
it.
know.
no, it's the real thing that's stress. Yeah, you're scrambling to get it done.
I know, but I didn't own that game.
No, neither did I.
Did you?
I had that game, yeah.
Yeah.
It's why I have so much pent up rage and anxiety.
All right, number 11 is Nightmare Bracket VHS game and bracket. Released in the early 1990s, this horror-themed board game included a VHS tape with a creepy host guiding the game. It was part game, part movie, and perfect for spooky sleepovers. This was, like I said, when I tell you my family was a board game family, as soon as this came out, my dad was like,
Oh,
We're
I
going
was so
to get
I
it.
always wanted it. I never had it. I never played it as a kid. I didn't play it until I was like in my 20s.
We owned
Someone
it.
had it. And we
I
played it.
played. I think I was like 13 the first time I played it.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
owned it, and we used to play
man.
it.
I didn't own it. A friend of mine did.
Yeah.
We used to play it with like when we'd have like family dinners. And again, it was one of those things that once you play it like twice, you're kind of like
Yeah,
know
you
what they
kinda
say.
like the-
Yeah.
But it was like because I think we played it.
I just remember the commercials. It was like so dramatic.
I
Like,
know.
yes, my gatekeeper.
It
And the
was.
wind's like
Answer
blowing.
me.
And like, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Young one, yeah.
Oh, when you play the game, it gets really creepy. It's like, wait, who's the youngest in the group?
That's
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
but you
Come
have to,
here,
like-
young one.
You have to turn the lights off like low. But the thing
Whoa.
is, that was like cutting edge back then.
No,
right?
I know.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I remember the commercials being like, "This is the coolest thing ever," and then, yeah, I don't know anyone that had it. I
did.
never played it until like years, like in my early mid-20s. Someone had it.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god,
for kicks, we
a
played
bunch
it.
of us played it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that was the only time I ever played it. Changed
Yeah.
my life.
It
I
did.
used to play it all the time. I
There's a bunch
remember-
of sequels too.
yeah, I
They
didn't
did
know
some
the
spin-offs.
sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that definitely was. I remember
Yeah.
playing it with like my dad loved that game.
Nightmare?
Yeah.
Oh,
playing it.
man.
Number 12 is Candyland. Created in 1949, Candyland was designed for young players. It's excuse me. Stop it. They're children. The colorful board and simple gameplay made it a childhood classic. Stop it. Oh, that was a weird noise my mouth made.
What the hell was that?
Oh, okay. The luck often decided everything. Oh my God, what is up with today? Like,
I don't
Okay.
know.
I don't know.
fun fact: I have never once in my life played Candyland.
I don't think I have either.
No.
I definitely didn't own it. I know the game.
It's basically
and stuff.
snakes and ladders.
No, Steve has never played Candyland.
Why are you saying that so weirdly?
That was really weird.
No, but I think it's just like a snakes and ladders, but candy version.
I think
No, I know
so.
it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Honest to God, I've never played Candyland in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
I haven't
okay.
either, but like I obviously have heard of it. But I think it's like snakes and ladders, where it's like,
Or the other
Oh.
shoots and ladders.
why do they call it
Shoots.
shoots and ladders?
Well, there was ones that were shoots instead of snakes.
What are shoots?
It's like slides.
Yeah.
Why didn't they call it
'cause-
slides and snakes?
In Ireland, snakes are banned, so they shoot some ladders.
Or slides
I made that
and
up. Apologies, Ireland.
shoot. What's it actually called? Snakes and ladders.
I had snakes and ladders, but there was shoots and
Why
ladders.
wouldn't they call it slides and ladders? What is a shoot? Like as a kid, I wouldn't know
Well,
what
like
a shoot
like a
is.
garbage chute or
Yeah.
like something like that.
Laundry
yeah.
chute.
Yeah.
All those kinds of shoots.
I don't know. That just
Well,
seems
shoots
weird.
everywhere.
But I never.
Shoots everywhere.
But I remember on all the TV shows we watched, people would play Candyland.
Yeah,
and
no,
all
like
that
that's
kind
sort of like
stuff.
a
Yeah.
stereotypical like game. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't. But I always thought it was like more for like younger kids. Well, like
It
snakes
is.
and
It's
ladders.
like Snakes and
like
Ladders.
a kids game.
It's like the dumbest game ever.
oh,
But I used to have snakes and ladders. It was a red box, and used to play it all the time as a kid. But it's like my least favorite game.
that's impressive. If you remember the color of the box. I don't remember
Yeah,
that at all. I
that's
just
right.
remember the board with the. Yeah.
Yeah, with the snake and the ladders and
Yeah.
Yeah.
moving around. The dice.
All right, we're on our last one on the official list. Is Payday. Introduced in the 1970s, Payday simulated a month of real finances. Players paid bills, collected income, and tried to end the month with the most money. Very relatable.
Yes.
This was my Monopoly. We had Payday, and to this day, I could play Payday every day. We played it
Again,
all the time.
This is a game I've never played before. I don't think.
It's basically Monopoly, but it's just bills. Like your hydro bills do. Your
It
I remember
sounds like awesome.
Yeah, I
sounds,
remember-
sounds too real for life.
That's too, it's too real. I think I remember playing this, but I remember liking Monopoly better.
No, see, I like Payday because I think it was simpler. Like there wasn't like you can buy this property. It was more like, you got a job and then it's like you had to pay your taxes or you had to pay you got a new car, so you do this and Yeah, I
sounds
liked it.
depressing.
Yeah, exactly.
I liked it. I think it
So you
was.
didn't own a mansion on the boardwalk or the park place?
I can't believe you never
I
played
paid my
Payday.
bills this month.
Yeah.
Yay!
We used to play it all the
Crushing
time.
debt. Yay.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like those games like Payday and stuff.
Oh no.
Can I really just leave? I'm tired.
No. We're almost done.
We're so close.
You know why I like those types of games? Because every time you play it, it's different.
But that's the thing. Some of these games were very much maybe it landed different, but the
Yeah.
game itself
Yeah.
was kind of the same thing every time. Where some of these ones, like this, it's like
We're
every
like Life, Monopoly, Payday. They were always different.
yeah, they totally change depending on what card you drew. Whereas,
And you could
like,
play forever.
Some of them were like just very similar every time.
You have to help me out with this one. Like Monopoly could go on forever, basically,
could
right?
Payday.
So could Payday.
I think there was an official like amount or
That's what I'm
something
trying to
that
remember.
made you a winner.
That's what I was trying to remember. There was something that.
Well, there's obviously something that makes you a winner. But I
that was
think
the nice thing about life is there was like an end, right?
I think a lot of times we just kind of would like play till we were bored.
Yeah,
and then count the money.
I just clocked back what I said to myself. That's what I think about life. There's an end. I'm like, that's going to depress me.
Why? I have a really important question. I also have a cat hair on my mouth. Why do you guys ask me questions but don't wait for the answers?
No one asked you a question, I don't think, there, did they?
Yeah, Eric literally asked a question saying about Payday or something.
I think he answered the question and I went off my own little tangent.
Yeah. I'm tired, guys. Somebody come help me. Somebody come help me.
We're pushing episode 100 almost, but we may not make it. Yeah.
Wow.
This will be episode 97,
Can we have a party?
I think. We should. I think this will be episode 97, I believe.
Maybe we should do a live stream on one of the platforms. Ooh.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, let us know, guys. How about that? Maybe celebrate our 100th episode with a little go live on YouTube or something like that.
Yeah.
Let us know, guys.
So anybody who's listening on the podcast side, go find us on the video side.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Vice versa. We share the love on all the...
Gen X Unfiltered on all platforms.
We share the love on the platforms. Okay, so that's the official list. I'm going to ask some questions that are going to spark nostalgia and memories.
All right, let's do it.
I got to ask specifically because then you got... Eric, you're first.
Yes.
What's the first board game you remember playing as a kid?
Nightmare.
Stop it.
The first board game I remember playing as a kid? Oh my God. Does checkers count?
Yeah, that's a board game.
I'll say checkers.
What about you, Steve?
First board game.
I feel like you weren't a board game person.
We played it sometimes. For some reason, Snakes and Ladders stands out as being like an earlier game. But I know they would definitely have like a cheap chess set floating around at some point. But for some reason, I feel like Snakes and Ladders, we had that like...
I feel like mine was checkers, or I don't know if this is what they actually call it now. So I don't want to be like offensive if it isn't, because back then nobody cared about stuff like that. Chinese checkers.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Okay. No, but I'm just saying. No, I don't know, because back then.
I think it's the name of it. I have a game. I have an app on my phone for Chinese checkers.
Yeah.
I have cat hair on my tongue. Okay. Also, I used to love, or like I remember when I was young, because my aunt's not crazy older than me, so she was like a teenager when I was a kid. So she had a lot of these games, and I used to love Mastermind. She taught me that from a.
I love.
Oh, I want to play that.
You know what? Mastermind. I remember playing that a lot at indoor recess.
Yeah.
Which one was Mastermind?
Where you had to make the color line, but the other partner couldn't see it, and then you had so many times to do the order.
Yeah, it was like 5 pegs of. You had 5 different colors.
Marbles, but then the person could tell you how many you had.
I had one that was pegs, not marbles, but.
No, mine was little marbles.
No, I think the one I had was at school was pegs.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. But the thing is the other person could be like, "Oh, you have slot 3 right." So then you'd like, Yeah, you'd
say, "Okay, you pick 4 colors," and you'd be like, "You have slot 1 and slot 3 are right."
It's like Wordle.
Basically, like Wordle. I think you had like 10. And basically, you work your way up the board, and then if you get to the last one, you don't get it right, then they would reveal it.
I love those games.
I actually had a version of it on my phone. I was playing forever. I should have had to try and crack it out again. I forgot about that.
All right, next memory. Did your family have a regular game night, or was it more of a special occasion thing?
I don't even remember playing board games as a family ever, to be honest.
No, I'm just saying.
Like I would play with my sister, or maybe, but there was never like anyone.
I don't feel like your parents are board game people.
No, they would play like Trivial Pursuit sometimes, or things like that. Like I remember reading the cards, but no, we never had like I don't ever that I can remember at least. Anyone, my parents been like, tonight we're gonna play. Yeah. Monopoly. I'm sure we did sometimes, but it was more just
random.
Yeah.
What about you, Eric?
No, I don't remember having a family game night, to be honest. I think the games like were more or less a distraction for me and my brother to keep us busy. It's like if we were bored and starting to fight and stuff, here's a board game.
Yeah.
Especially if we were like stuck inside on a rainy day or something.
Yeah. That's why we had we had travel Battleship was strictly for the car rides to go see my grandparents in Montreal.
I don't recall having
Shut up back there, play Battleship.
I don't recall having a specific day, but my situation's a little like, I mean, so we had the cottage, and every time we were at the cottage, everybody there would play board games, like the adults and the kids. But at home, like me and my sister played board games all the time. My parents would play sometimes, but it wasn't like a dedicated Saturday night's board game night. So
yeah, no, we'd play just kind of, hey, let's play a board game.
Yeah.
But there was no like Saturday night That's it. We're doing it up.
All right.
This is it.
Steve, which game instantly takes you back to your childhood when you think about it?
Oh, that's hard because I had a bunch of these different ones. So you know what? One I remember playing was Pictionary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing that a lot with my sister and her friends and my friends sometimes. Yeah, and my parents. I remember doing that one.
I remember that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
had a little.
Did you just have the little
hourglass?
the little board you could wipe off and clear off the drawing?
I don't know what
it was
in
pieces of paper.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what in 2000 version of board games you had at your house, but I had little pads of paper.
Yeah, it was just a pad of paper with a timer, hourglass timer.
My house was environmentally friendly. We could wipe off our boards.
What about you, Eric?
Reuse them. Really, it's the electronic battleship I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that takes me back to like instantly like that Christmas where this like, huge box under a tree. Don't know what it was. Unwrapped it. Boom! It's an electronic battleship, and then we played that for hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Until the batteries ran out.
the same thing for me is Battleship because it instantly like I said the game that we have at the cottage is so old. I remember playing that as so young.
Yeah,
So young. When I think of
a fun game. It was
Battleship,
easy to play, and
when I think of Battleship, I think of at the cottage in the sun porch when it's raining outside because we'd always play games on rainy days.
that was because again, when you were a kid, like when it was raining out, there was nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Like you didn't have a bunch of video games or internet, so it's like it's
Yeah.
a great way to kill at least an hour, depending on the game you're playing.
All right, Steve, who was the most competitive person in your family? I feel like your mom, if you guys actually played. I feel like she would be like, you broke the rules.
No, I don't think so. I don't honestly. I think we were all kind of equally competitive. I don't know.
Lame.
Yeah, no, I don't remember anyone being like over the top competitive.
How are people not competitive?
No, everyone was competitive, but I think we were all kind of like I don't remember no one ever flipped over a board or that.
No, but what about you, Eric?
I'm gonna say me. I think.
Mm.
I think I was the most competitive if we were playing like board games in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like my mom was just happy to have us play and not be like fighting and stuff.
Yeah.
And then my brother was younger than me, so I think he was, he put up a fight for a little bit, but then he kind of give up and move on to something else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely
And
the
my
most,
dad, if my dad was playing, he was just trying to like get out of it so he could do something else.
I think that I was probably the most competitive, and it's not because when I say competitive, like, yeah, but and I still do it to this day. I do it all the time and I get myself in trouble. But the only difference is I can admit my defeat. But I shit talk a lot before I start. So
I can see.
I'd be like, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm going to
You
win.
really haven't grown out of that, huh?
No, I haven't. But it's fun because it hypes people up to be like, okay, whatever. And I really don't actually care if I lose. I mean, it feels good to beat. No, but like, I mean, obviously. But I'm just saying certain things. So like, we're in a fantasy baseball pool. And one of the people in it is like the biggest baseball fan ever. And I want to beat him just to be like, ha ha ha, I beat you. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't really care if I win it.
We were head to head like last week and you were shit talking. You're like, look,
Yeah.
I'm winning 10-0.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we'll see what happens. What happened?
That's fine. But I said, yeah, cool.
Tell the people what happened.
They were tied, but you're more hung up on it than me. I don't care. I just thought it was funny to be like, oh, I'm winning.
Sounds like you care.
That's
No,
right.
I really actually don't, to be honest. I just like to hype the room up, okay? Spark a little competitiveness. Everybody's like, okay, let's play. No, I want competitiveness. I want some oomph in your step.
Good Lord.
Well, I came back and tied you, so take that.
Yeah.
I don't care. But I got you interested because when I said, hey, I'm kicking your ass, you were like, oh, I'm not even paying attention. I haven't looked. And then I
Yeah.
got you into it.
And then I
interested.
acted like a good fantasy manager. I started some pictures and I
See?
came back.
But look what I did. I got you involved. So there. All right, Eric, did you ever ignore the rules and play your own version?
Just a Monopoly.
I was going to say, I feel like there's no, like, let's be real, Steve. We all know he was the one with the little rule book. Being like, actually, yeah, you were that guy.
No way. I'm not like that in real life at all.
Especially if somebody like did something wrong that was negative towards you, you'd be. No, in section 2BI, it says this. That would be right. Come on, Steve.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, the Scrabble dictionary.
Only if
Actually, I'm surprised that was on the list of Scrabble.
Where's Scrabble on this?
only,
Yeah.
I said it wasn't a complete list.
No, I know. I'm just.
Only if, though, it negatively impact Eric's position in the game. Otherwise, he wouldn't care.
Well, no one's gonna
if
say.
If it benefited me, I'd quietly watch and be like, oh,
Well, no,
advantage, Eric.
But, I mean, I think he would be the one that would do
I can see that. Yeah.
I gotta choose my ways. These people think I got like a stick on my butt or something.
No, I don't think so. But here's the difference. My brain is too like, I can't be bothered. I have no patience to do this. Like for me to read the instructions on how to play a game, like if it's longer than 3 sentences,
Back
I
up a
can't.
second. You're the one who reads the board game rules all the time. time, especially if it's a new game. You're like, everyone shut up. I'll read the rules. You take the rule book out of people's hands and read it yourself.
Yeah, so
I've seen this happen.
But do you want to know why? A perfect example is this podcast, because nobody lets me talk. You guys are
time out. Let's go to the comments section.
That's fine. People say I talk a lot. Only the thing is I know real life, so that's fine. Anyway, let's go on.
Things getting spicy. Look at the board games already causing fights. We're not even playing a board game.
Okay, Steve, do kids today miss out by not playing board games the way we do?
Absolutely. I think so for sure, because it's just face-to-face, one-on-one, having fun. You're counting money, you're moving pieces. It's just I think for like little kids, yes, it's good because it's like putting round pegs and square holes and all that stuff.
I think it's a bunch. It's like imagination, it's teamwork, it's sportsmanship, it's I think it's healthy to be a little competitive as long as you know.
I think the biggest, not even take all that aside, the fact you had to play a board game face to face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
That's the biggest
real
thing.
Interpersonal interaction.
Yeah, you're not just sitting there with your phone. You're playing me and you were playing Words with Friends or whatever the hell it is, but you don't have
you can shit talk, you can trash talk, you can encourage. Like, that's all part of growing up.
No, exactly. Yeah, no, I think it's 100%. I think it would be nice. I know they're still out there. They still sell them, but
they're not as common.
You can play like video games like online together with your friends and stuff, but it's not the same.
No, even if you have your headset on and whatever,
you're just talking back and forth. You can do that, but it's
yeah, you're losing that still. Face-to-face stuff, You
gotta look a man in his eyes.
That's right, before you blow up their battleship.
That's right.
Okay, would you still play these games now, or are they better left in the past, Eric?
Ooh, I got a hankering to play Nightmare, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we still do play
some of these games. Yeah.
At the cottage, we like a couple of years, like last year we played some.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I think board games still have a place in the time, and I think there's still lots of fun. I mean, they don't really date themselves, per se.
Can I talk about one of my favorite board games of all time? Because it's literally the stupidest game ever, but it's so fun because usually you're playing it when you're inebriated.
Is it Risk?
No, F Risk. It's Pass Out. And I still have that game.
Oh, Pass Out. That was like
a drinking game, right?
We bought that from, that was like Spencer's or one of those joke stores.
It's like such a stupid game, but you're inebriated when you play it, so you don't pay attention.
Well, the whole point of it's to get
But it's like so old. It's like light up a cigarette. Remember, it'd be like click, 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 click.
Yeah. No one smokes anymore.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be,
I know.
Joint.
Exactly. Well, I know.
Now it's all legal here, so.
But I'm just saying, it's so fun because you know why that board game's fun for me, because obviously, we play it as adults. And it's so basic because it's nostalgic, because it's a board game that you're sitting around in a circle
playing. It's kind of like Monopoly board, playing
with friends, but you're like adults having fun and having drink. Like, I don't know. It's like the perfect nostalgic game.
Yeah,
it's so stupid. But I tell you, every time we play it, we laugh our asses off.
Well, it's just because I don't remember all the boards, but it's easy to play.
Dumb.
And you're getting have a few wobbly pops in you. It
it's
makes
good
it more
fun. We
fun.
need to play that this year. We haven't played it in a while.
Dust off the
cottage.
Yeah.
Dust the thing off once in a while.
Okay. Do you think board games brought families closer together or just exposed everyone's personalities? I mean, I think the answer, it definitely brought people together because it made everybody do a common thing.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, yes. Did it probably exposed personalities? Yeah, for sure. But no, I think it naturally just brings families closer. Yeah.
I can tell you, my family, my sister and mom were unbothered and could care less if they won or lost. And me and my dad, we're like the more like outspoken.
Or they might have just hit him more, I think. Not so much.
Well, maybe, but
they probably cared, but they just
They just knew how to internalize it.
Well, that's fine. It made for, And the best is if me and my dad were on opposite teams or something.
Oh, man. The wars. The
That's
wars
right.
in your house.
I can only imagine.
Last question, or whatever you want to call it. Why do you think these games are still so memorable for Gen X?
Well, I think it's like everything from our growing up, and like anyone growing up, it's all rose-colored glasses. Right? You remember all the good times, and it's nostalgia goggles, whatever you want to call it. It was all part of your childhood. I mean, your childhood, you had no problems. Everyone was gravy and gold.
Rose-colored glasses.
Well, and I also think it was just the same thing where, like, a group of friends was like, it's like a couple years ago when us as very grown adults sat around and played Clue. Like like the game itself is like lame. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
like it's not, but like it was so fun and we were all so into it because again, I think it just took us back to like you said, simpler times.
No, exactly. It takes you back to being a kid when you had very little worries and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's the same thing watching like a movie from see a movie from your childhood.
And for like an hour, or however long it was, like nobody was looking at their phone, nobody was watching TikTok videos, nobody was doing that. We were all just like shit talking or laughing.
You're all in the moment,
goofing off.
Yeah.
I was very worried about the rules.
I
don't have time to look at my phone.
Hold on. Let me clarify for anybody who's made it this far and is new to this and actually thinks that I'm a giant raging biatch. Eric literally doesn't do that, but if there was a person that did do that, it would be Eric, right? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
No, Steve's he does that. I'm sure
we don't really play a whole lot of games.
But I'm just saying, if you had to pick somebody that would be like with his little glasses, be like, no, that would be Eric.
With the little glasses, like, excuse me.
Yes, it would.
Magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Oh, I found a sub point.
Yeah. No, we've misunderstood the rules here, everybody.
Or he would have been like, he wouldn't say anything, and then he'd be like, after we screwed up, he'd be like, yeah, I told you so.
That does not sound like me at all.
But that's why board games are fun, because it brings out the fun personalities.
That does not sound fun at all.
That's why we don't play board games.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, is Eric coming over? No, let's put the board games away. It's not going to be a good time.
No.
It's not going to be a good time anymore.
Like I said, obviously you're not like that every time we play games, but if there was a person, that was screaming insults, or if there's a person that the rule follower, like you'd be the rule follower. Like you would call out a cheater.
What? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't call it a cheater.
Here's a question then. Averagely, not every game, but like, were you a cheater at board games or not, Steve?
Yeah, sometimes, sure.
But that wasn't your ammo.
No, but I don't.
No, I'm not saying if you
I'm
cheated.
sure
Everybody has. But it was like you went into every game trying to be like, how can I cheat?
Oh, no. But it'd be like, if I could sneak an extra 50 out of the pot when I was playing Monopoly, maybe I would have, yeah.
Oh, if you're the banker, yeah.
How about you?
I've done that as the banker.
I think everybody's done that as the banker.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at those piles of cash and I made a stone.
Oh, a human.
Well, that's why I always wanted to be the banker.
Of course, right?
Like,
of course,
yes,
yeah.
there you go. And again, you play with a younger sibling, and you play when they're just young enough to not really pay attention.
Yeah, you give them one last 10 or 20 or whatever,
Yeah.
All right, guys, but comment below and let us know what your favorite board game was from when you guys were a kid, if it made the list, if it didn't, and give us some ideas for some that didn't make the list, because I know there's a million out there.
Oh, there's so many games, yeah. And like I said, I'd be curious, anyone watching that's, from, across the pond or wherever, I'd be curious if these games are the same ones that you guys grew up playing, or and it's something different.
Yeah. And don't forget, guys, if you're watching us in video form, check us out in podcast form. And if you're listening to us in podcast form, check us out in video form.
That's right.
Gen X Unfiltered.
Gen X Unfiltered. We're on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, wherever your good podcasts are. We are there.
All right, guys, that's it for today's podcast. We thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye,
everybody.